Continues another match day, and the only team to get through to the quarterfinal to this point, Real Estelí, visit CAI, Independiente in Panama City. Welcome to Estadio Rommel, Fernandez, where it is a soaking, wet, moist disaster of a rainstorm that's rolled through downtown Panama City this afternoon. It's going to rain all night. That's the expectation. Temperatures in the mid-70s and just a light wind. It's going to be a constant billowing of rain down from a cloudy sky here in Panama. Take a look at the group stage. Reminder that we're in Group B. Real Estelí is in first. They are almost assuredly not going to fall out of that position. We know they're through to the quarterfinal. The question now relies on who finishes second. Fase and Olympia will be matching up this week, later tonight even. They're the maybe best possibilities of knocking off this Panamanian side for second place. But know this, if CAI wins tonight, they do give themselves a path toward the quarterfinal round. If they don't, extraordinarily difficult to see how the points would fall in their favor, as they would still have one match left to play against Jalajou, but it doesn't seem all that likely that Olympia and Fase will both fail to find their way through in some capacity in the matches that they have remaining in Group B. Know this about Real Estelí, this might be the best defense in all of the CONCACAF Central American Cup right now. They've scored 4, they've conceded nothing to this point, and that through 3 games has left them on a perfect 9-point start. This CAI side has also scored 4 in what is the lowest scoring group thus far in the tournament. They've only conceded 2, and it puts them in position with a win and a draw to pull away from the teams beneath them. They could, with a win today, take Fase completely out of the equation to finish in the top 2, which would be utterly shocking. But Olympia would still have the clearest path from there. It's going to be a quiet night, one would imagine. This much rain, who could blame them? Real Estelí, if you're unfamiliar, is one of the great names in Central American football. After all, they've won 20 titles in Nicaragua. They defeated their biggest rival, Dirianhen, in May for their 20th crown. Of course, their rival has 30. This Real Estelí side, for whatever reason, has just found a little bit of magic of late. 13 unbeaten going back to May. They are in fantastic form to start their league campaign as well. They've won all 4 matches there. Thus far, they've played 9 matches since the summer break. They have won all 9. Conversely, this CAI side, 10 unbeaten. It's a little bit longer of a stretch. It goes back to April 29th. They're in pot 3. This is a group that in the past in Champions League has scored some pretty significant upsets, and that in and of itself gives them a bit of power in this equation. Of course, they're also the home side, although one can only imagine that this deluge of water will only prove to dampen the home field advantage in their favor. They'll certainly try and bring their best here today. There's Juan Barrera making good with the referee in advance. David Gomez of Costa Rica set to oversee the match this evening at the National Stadium in Panama City. One last dry moment for taking this field, which hopefully will withstand 22 pairs of cleats pounding away at it for the next 90 minutes. CAI a 1-1 draw at Olympia to start, a 3-1 victory. The most recent Group B fixture. That leaves just Fase in their path. That'll come 7 days from now. Real Estelí in this 5-team group, this is their 4th and final match day. They're done after this, although they've already done the job and advanced. Only a handful of teams have been eliminated to this point. This is the only group in which everybody is still technically still alive.
para el partido de hoy de la Copa Centroamericana Concacaf.
There's the announcement that welcomes the referees and the players onto the field here in Panama City. Real Estelí, a shooting star to the top of Group B. They have already advanced to the quarterfinal round, and with it, to the cusp of CONCACAF Champions Cup qualification. Their eyes might be aimed just a little bit higher than that now. The trophy doesn't look all that far away. CAI, on the other hand, getting into that top two would take a Herculean feat. It'll have to start here tonight on home ground. Real Estelí and CAI set to meet the beginning of this match day in the CONCACAF Central American Cup. The 2023 CONCACAF Central American Cup, Group B. It is Independiente of Panama and Nicaraguan side, Real Estelí. Rain-soaked night in Panama City, all to play for this evening. CAI can secure the top of the group with a win. Independiente can put destiny in their own hands with a win as well. Look at the starting 11 for Independiente. The number of players you should be familiar with if you followed CONCACAF over the years. Carlos Small is in among the best goal-scoring forms of his life at this point. Eddie Roberts returns to the team this year, has experience in Champions League. And a number of these players featured prominently in past Scotiabank CONCACAF leagues. David Gomez will oversee the match tonight. From Costa Rica, the 34-year-old has overseen the final in Costa Rica 2 years ago and the playoff in 2022. Only one change for CAI, Cunningham in for Montenegro. Conversely, for Real Estelí, they've made two changes. Medina did not feature last match, coming off a career high in goals and in yellow cards. Levin Balanta will make his debut for the club tonight. 32-year-old former Colombian senior international. Garcia and Acevedo to the bench. Olivas leads the team. There's the CAI bench, thankfully sheltered from the elements, at least until their number's called. Hector Hurtado angles into the defensive half of CAI. There's the Real Estelí bench. Ramon Otonil Olivas, the 55-year-old Nicaraguan legend, leads that group. This venue could hold 32,000. Deluge of raindrops will ensure it won't be quite that full tonight. As fans escape the concourse and on to the first game of this match day. CONCACAF Central American Cup continues in Group B. Real Estelí away to CAI. You can see quite quickly just how much the ball is going to be impacted tonight. Franklin Narvaez led the team previously from 2008 to 2014. Took over the first team again when Ivan Guerra left in April of 2022. Ball skidding through the center circle. There's hardly going to be any respite from this tonight. Bonilla. Harsh slide into Avila. Bonilla. Indicates he was hit the face by Cunningham. Referee concurs. Byron Bonilla, set to turn 30 years old next week in his second year with the club. This may be the best moments you get here today. The Argentine Fabian Montserrat. Header snapped across Martinez, kicked away by Roberts. Bonilla. Stride for stride with Cunningham. Accepts a corner. The longer you can keep this in the air, less likely it's going to be siphoned off on a heartily hit pass that just seems to die in the weeds. Corner for Real Estelí. Medina. It's with CAI. Both these teams won the domestic double in the last campaign. Real Estelí, one of two Nicaraguan sides. Dirianhen, the next best, got in as well. Douglas Forvis. Defensively for Real Estelí. Injured player down is Juan Barrera. Barrera, certainly star of the most recent game against Club Deportivo Fase. Penalty in the 19th minute, scores another in the 74th. And a 2-0 Real Estelí victory. Pardon, it's Medina. Slowly walking this off. His 5th year with the club, and back to career best 14 goals over the Apertura and the Clausura, Real Estelí. Away from Serrano. Knotted down by Balanta. Avila forward for Hurtado. This is bright for CAI into the final third. Cleared by Real Estelí. Cunningham. Keanu. Hurtado. Out of the reach of Murillo. Marauding left back. He's got a Colombian title under his belt at America de Cali. Gila. Medina pushed off the ball, no whistle. Leon. Out to touch Carlos Small, recognizing he had a chance, slim as it may be. Missed clearance, Balanta now. Avila. Serrano held off by Balanta. We're starting to find out where the water is pooling here. Referee to ensure his own health before he blows the whistle here. Is catching the player from behind. Corner, Cunningham the target. Forvis knocked it away. Marvin Fleites off the line. Appearances in Nations League starter for a minimal number of games in World Cup qualifying. Medina leads the charge. Bonilla angles wide, whips in the cross, attempt to settle by Bonilla. Only Bonilla scored in his debut in the tournament. Angelo. Bonilla goes down. Still on through Medina. Hurtado. Launched ahead for Small. Martinez intervened. Keanu kicks it off of Small. Free kick, Real Estelí. A win a necessity for CAI. Even a point from Real Estelí secures first place in Group B. Ball driven into the penalty area, dangerously so for Bonilla. Byron Bonilla slides. Murillo, Cunningham towards Small. Martinez cleaning up behind. Murillo away from Barrera. Cunningham. Balanta. Fleites. Cunningham. Avila seeks the return. Chip centrally, Hurtado. Ball left off. Blasted well wide. We'll excite the crowd here in Panama City from Aguila. Marlon Avila deserved talking to. He won't get two of those. Without a measure of repercussion. Balanta arrives from Always Ready in Bolivia, and he's featured in Copa Libertadores previously. The international stage shouldn't be disconcerting for the player. Hurtado. It's a dangerous little header from Montserrat. Montserrat wide, Byron Bonilla. Balanta. Arley Bonilla, Balanta into Montserrat. Frees himself up for the cross, the header lifted over by Roberts. Eddie Roberts, a magnificent save to wipe that over the crossbar. Byron Bonilla looping in a way that it seemed destined to slip under the bar. Not for the waiting hand of Eddie Roberts. Corner Real Estelí, header to the backside. Will roll wide. Roberts helped up in good measure. Marvin Fleites could have found Barrera. Could have found the corner. Cunningham, small, slides out. Fleites hits the cross. Keanu. Medina. Not a lot in that. Lopez. Settled by Trenda Norte. Bonilla. Cunningham, slick work. Nearly found Small. Medina. This is onside. Real Estelí. Angling for space. Roberts denies Arlie Bonilla a second try. Arlie Bonilla going to become available again. Tremendous year at Walter Ferretti. Bagged over a goal a game in limited time. Made him a hot prospect for Real Estelí to add to their front line. So they did. As was the case in the now defunct CONCACAF League. Ball forward, Small. There have been gaps. Another free kick in favor of the Nicaraguan side. You know, much again like the defunct CONCACAF League, we are seeing a number of teams load up upon qualification to this tournament in pursuit not only this Central American title, also one of the 6 positions in Champions Cup that comes available at the end. V's. Murillo. Avila. Through ball from Aguila, turned away. Picked up by Hector Hurtado. Small, still able to recover, taking it off Martinez. Swinging it off target. Another chance for Carlos Small. Wherever he's gone, he's found goals. Carlos Small has capped 6 times for Panama. They bagged a pair of goals in that span, both against Grenada. Marlon Avila. Attack still on here. Avila swings a dangerous service. Smashed out of play. And a corner for CAI. Well, now the crowd has found their oxygen. A chance or two. This a vital game in the group for CAI. Already in second place. Chance to extend themselves above the remainder of the group. Even give themselves a chance at Real Estelí on the final match day, when Estelí will be dormant. That is not how you'll do it. Avila beneath it. Clearance continues the attack through Montserrat. Byron Bonilla into the penalty area. And the ball ricochets off the oncoming run of Bonilla. Sergio Ramirez broke play up. Ball dummied around. Real Estelí enter the penalty area. That's a bright stop. It's behind Bonilla. May remember Real Estelí blazing onto the CONCACAF scene a few years ago. Oliver Flores, the tender age of 23, managing the team as the youngest coach of a first division side on the planet. A number of CONCACAF League appearances. Montserrat. Keanu Barrera kept it in. It's Roberts. Aguila, Cunningham, Avila. Cunningham. Back towards Small. Cleared before Aguila got to it. Tato, no. Against the grain into the feet of Bonilla. Small Keanu. But now Hurtado. Area to get a crossway perhaps for CAI. Murillo from the end line, stabbed off the post. The whistle had already blown, it had gotten out. That would have been a wild concluding touch. Sticks his foot out at this. And the post to Forvisa's rescue. And Victor Avila just put that another few inches inside. Avila comes off a career scoring year. Baker's dozen goals in his first year with CAI. Played into Balanta. Balanta did well to get himself onside. Bonilla had run out of real estate. Small popped it in the air. Gila got under it. Small retains possession. Cunningham. Avila will throw for CAI. A draw is good news for CAI, make no mistake. Certainly after the full allotment tonight in Group B. A draw will put them out of reach of Fase and eliminate Fase from contention should they lose tonight against Olympia. Big ball downfield, rolled across Bonilla. Vital intervention by Sergio Ramirez. Still it's on for Real Estelí. Bonilla left that off and CAI recovers shy of the half-hour mark. Yellow card to Avila.
Caballero se informa, tarjeta amarilla, camiseta número 19, Club Atlético Independiente, Marlon Ávila.
Medina got taken out. Kept away from Small by Martinez. For just how drenched this surface is. Actually a rather lively chance-creating performance. So often these get just totally run up into these puddles. Not really the case. Real Estelí trying to complete the perfect group stage. Saprissa remains perfect in Group A. In Group D, Motagua and Alajuelense, each perfect. Comunicaciones in Group C without blemish. Lopez, Ford Cunningham siphons off, plays too long. Ever comfortable with the ball at his feet. Medina plays the overlap of Chiano. Serves early for Bonilla, nodding the cross. Byron Bonilla kept it alive. Pushed away from Medina. Smashed forward by Balanta. Montserrat. Bonilla. Good save by Roberts. 2 in the match now. Fleites. Danger endures. He's recovered the ball again. The referee has gotten into the mix. Montserrat. Balanta. Taken on by Cunningham. Rolled back by Small. Hurtado. Murillo. Small. CAI 5 titles since 2018. This is a group that dropped into the second division. Was promoted back up in 2017. Cunningham. Ball pushed away by Forvis. Turning the corner, Serrano. Short hop on Forvis, handled that well, parried it wide. That's well done. Avila crossing. Chiano, the outside back, rotating in defense. Serves from Serrano. It's turned away. That's a blast from Fernandez. Never had a chance. And Cunningham, advantage played. Bodies falling all over the place. Bonilla centrally. Trying to test that back line all the while. Medina circling. He's gone down. Medina. Barrera just trying to keep possession, just got spun out. Having words in all directions. Pushing and shoving continues. Barrera is booked. Conclusion of that kick catching the thigh, the opponent there, and Barrera is carded. Cunningham shown yellow for the play that occurred about 2 minutes ago. Always felt like the referee was going to come back to that. He did. After initially playing advantage. Fernandez is back up. 3 cards now. Avila and Cunningham for CAI. On Barrera for Real Estelí. This result would faintly keep Fase alive. You would see CAI with 1 game remaining in control of their future in the competition. Draw would serve to help Real Estelí confirm their first place finish. The win certainly would do the same. In fact, Real Estelí won on the road in El Salvador. Had never happened for a Nicaraguan team in a CONCACAF tournament. The performance they put on against Fase. Murillo. Into the pocket, dissecting ball, Avila. Once again, the Independiente fans at full throat. Victor Avila to put this in play. Avila. Ball thrust back into the penalty area. It's out of the reach of Small. Domineering stuff from Barrera to retain for Real Estelí. As we enter into the final few minutes of this opening half. Clever bit of play from Serrano. Serrano laying into the back of Balanta. Roberts. Balanta. Chested aside Bonilla. Ramirez. Overtaken. Should be about 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute of first half stoppage time to come. The remaining 2 here in the first half. Fairly steady half. Again, it would be easy to watch this ball float around like it's in a pool. That is not the way it's turned out. 2 teams intent on the full 3 points tonight, clearly. The nature of going to a group stage makes complete logical sense. As this sent aside by Avila. Greater chances for more teams. Wider body of work to help set up the future Champions Cup contenders. Ball bouncing through, not to be. Also avoids the potential of those round of 16 pairings of death, where maybe a team that didn't deserve to go out when they did does, simply based on their opposition. All that said, the reason that was ultimately taken out of Champions League in its earliest formats, that often left games at the end with little or nothing to play for. Has not been the case so far. It appears they've got this mix just about right. Ball rolled in from Avila. Takes over once more. Into the width, ball across, seeking Avila. It's away. Good little interchange. Aguila to Marlon Avila, seeking Victor Avila. It is 2 added minutes at the end of the opening half. Never got to Serrano. There's a little bit of trouble here, evading the pressure in the back from Aguila. Balanta, that'll do the job. Fernandez. I won't endear small to anybody.
Cuarto árbitro oficial anuncia 2 minutos de reposición.
Time for one more look here. Murillo over Small, just got behind Serrano. Fouls Balanta with likely the final act this opening half. And there's halftime in Panama City. This is a good enough result for both sides on its face. Certainly CAI came for the full 3 on their home ground, but a draw would still do them a world of good. At halftime, Real Estelí 0, Independiente 0.
Transforma su futuro. Visita nuestra página www.scotiabank.com/fc para conocer más de nuestras iniciativas en torno al fútbol.
Under the lights in Panama City, the two teams have sauntered back onto this rain-soaked field. CAI hoping to push their hopes of qualification to the knockout rounds one step further. Real Estelí seeking perfection in Group B. Panamanian side hosting a Nicaraguan side tonight in CONCACAF Central American Cup. Real Estelí have made a change at halftime. Becerra has come in. Montserrat came out. Sarah, you'll know better, is just Everton. That's it. Finite. Brazilian that spent the vast majority of his career in the lower divisions there. His second year now for Real Estelí. Rolled centrally by Avila. Time will tell if one of these sides can break through tonight. These are valuable points. Real Estelí act on the counter. Ramirez through by Aguila. Fleites. Murillo. Martinez, covered by Avila, pushed out by Marvin Fleites there. Medina, Cunningham slowed but did not stop. Hung across by Bonilla. Byron Bonilla chases down, be taken by Hurtado. From Medina. I already see the wear, especially this side of the field got. It was far busier side in that first half. CAI into the final third, ball through to Serrano. Spinning by Hurtado. Taken back by Avila. He'll crawl back to the ball. Again, he's lost his footing. Murillo. Little give and go, Avila. Back to Aguila. All these white shirts in the way. Nearly Serrano teed up for a hit. Hurtado. Very compact moment. Real Estelí. Clean win of the ball by Levin Balanta. Offside. Everyone was moving at half speed. Felt destined. Here's another look. Closer even than it appeared. Bonilla, 15 goals in 123 known games in Colombia in the first and second division. Then he goes to Walter Ferretti, plays 14 games, bags 15 goals. And all of a sudden, you're a wanted commodity ahead of this Central American Cup. Murillo, Serrano, wonderfully done by Avila. Pass, however, let him down. Hurtado, acres of space for Avila. So dangerous in that first half. Ball dropped in well. Serrano just kept dragging. The penalty area once more. Small. Avila. Ball bouncing around, came to Cunningham. Bonilla overtaken, Avila crossing. And now, off target. Small wanted that play to his feet. Good moments from CAI to start the half. Kick Real Estelí. This is a much needed breath of fresh air. See Real Estelí getting a number of deep breaths of that fresh air. Coming up from underwater, the first 9 minutes of the half. Cunningham pulls away from Barrera, been held really without a single chance in this game. Aguila forward, Serrano spins, enticing stuff from CAI. Ball sits up for Avila, across, it's small! Scintillating from CAI. Their path to the knockout much clearer now. And another timely goal for Carlos Small. The whole build-up to this, just think about how much water this field's taken on. It's been difficult to move it this effectively. And Small at the very end has to wait his turn. He'll hardly ever wait to celebrate. He scores as a fish swims. It's natural. 55th minute, CAI 1, Real Estelí 0. And Real Estelí are broken for the first time in the tournament. Well, it only takes one chance for a guy like Carlos Small to get going. He may not have been long for the game at that moment. He's earned himself more time. CAI has not lost since April the 29th, spanning that summer break. Real Estelí make a change. Juan Barrera really had no role in this game. 2 goals against Fase, adding to his CONCACAF legend. And Henry Garcia on. 32-year-old Nicaraguan. His 5th year at Real Estelí in his 2nd stint. That is the first window, 2nd change for Real Estelí. Small off the give and go. Medina, flag is down. Arly Bonilla, what a slide. What a moment for CAI defensively. Fernandez flying into the frame. A domineering tackle on Bonilla. 1 stride from setting free. Well, Real Estelí, no matter the result, are through. Whether they do so as the group champion or not remains to be seen. Medina goes down hard. Advantage played. And with a deflection, this will run out. All eyes on 4 here for Real Estelí in the middle of the box. Fleites. Too tricky for their own good. Never got the cross away. Balanta just arrived. They trust him with the long throw. Ball back set. Bonilla further. Pulled down by Roberts. Quickly distributes. Rafael Aguila shown a yellow for the tackle that led to the advantage ahead of that last corner. He joins Cunningham and Avila now in bookings. Barrera was on a yellow as well. Not a guy that could be lost come the quarterfinals. Perhaps that plays a role in his early exclusion from the game. Anthony Stewart comes on for Carlos Small. All he had to do was have that one incisive moment to separate the teams. Job well done. He leads with the lone goal and the lead. It's the first change for CAI. CAI seek their second. A bit of insurance, it won't be there. Siphoned by Forvis. If this scoreline holds, CAI move on to 7 points. They would eliminate Jelahu and their 2 losses from contention. And they would put Olympia on the brink while eliminating Fase. So it'd become a 3-horse race in Group B. With Real Estelí already advancing, it would leave Independiente and Olympia, the sides still capable of advancing. Ball whistling into the grasp of Roberts. Can you imagine coming into this, without doubt, everybody would have thought Olympia and Fase be the favorites to go out into the quarterfinal. Real Estelí in really good form, most likely to bust up that party. They've already done so. Independiente are on the verge. Of note, the final match day, Independiente could face a Fase side they've already eliminated. Fase could take some measure of revenge. Olympia could knock off Fase this week, and Jelahu next week, and still take the number 2 spot away, even if CAI do win. Those are scenarios for next Tuesday. Right now, CAI still know the work is in front of them, not behind. Tapped away from Avila. Real Estelí seeking their equalizing goal. Ball from Medina. It's recovered by CAI. Cunningham. Real Estelí trying to avoid their first defeat in 13, going back to May the 7th. If you consider that that loss ended up being a winning day in penalties, say they haven't really left with the feeling of loss in 17. That is a high extended arm from Everton Becerra. It is below the neck. Still an obvious foul. And a yellow card as well. Cunningham into the penalty area, asking questions of Forvis. Quickly wings it beyond Marlon Avila. Goro and Cartagenas of Costa Rica set to match up later tonight. It's the game in the middle of our Central American Cup triple header. Final game, Fase and Olympia. Right now, Fase would have nothing to play for should CAI maintain this advantage. Olympia will be fighting for their very lives in the tournament. Amazing for an Olympia team that won both the first and the last edition predecessor, at least spiritually, of this tournament, the CONCACAF League. Josue Quiano. Medina. Deflection is kind and opens up the run of Serrano. Lopez. Quiano. Measured through Martinez. Fleites. The trigger for Stewart to step. Just got by Cunningham. Roberts will play it. and then pick it up. Well, if you can take 0.25% out of the game, why wouldn't you, I suppose? Changes incoming here for CAI. Luis Fields and Ormond Davis will enter in a moment. The subs 2 and 3. Stewart pressing by his lonesome. Here are the changes. That's Avila off for Davis. Fields for Marlon Avila, the 19. There's Davis, appearing off the bench a couple games in a row here. 20-year-old center back from Bocas del Toro. And there's Fields, Panamanian player that won the Maurice Reveille tournament back in June. Davis Contreras is available off the bench as well. He's part of that Panamanian Olympic team taking part in that tournament. They beat Mexico 4-1 in the final. Good ball for CAI to get into the final third. Plenty of contact from behind. Bad to worse for Real Estelí. Serrano hacked in the challenge. There he goes, catching the back leg. Balanta in his debut for Real Estelí. Be Jefferson Murillo. His first international tournament for club or country. 31-year-old Colombian. For Visas saved 7 of 31 in his career. Murillo, a magnificent penalty, sending Forvis the wrong way and sending CAI 2 goals ahead and in firm control of second place in Group B. There's Serrano winning the penalty, Murillo converting the penalty. And that may be that. The CAI bench, aware of the implications, and celebrating in kind. Comes in the 74th minute. And that should take most of the sting out of this game if CAI handles this correctly. There's the newcomer that came on at the stoppage, Talavera, and this blasted by Medina and lifted over by Roberts. Yes, CAI has scored 2, but Roberts has stolen a few himself. That'll sting the goalkeeper. Talavera came on for Ali Bonilla. Estelí trying to make quick work on this ensuing corner. Backside header across. Roberts got a piece, but it's over the line. Real Estelí are right back in it. Everton Becerra. They will not go quietly, this Real Estelí side. The attempt at a goal line clearance. Comes up short, and Real Estelí, who play their final group stage match here tonight, know they're going to the quarterfinal. But even with a point secure first in the group, have hopes. They've got more than hope. They're attacking again. The cross, Medina falls, Talavera. The 20-year-old from Estelí up from the quarry. Well, you would think there are many people in Santa Tecla right now watching this very intently. Olimpia and Fase set to kick off in about 2.5 hours. Does Fase still have any role in this tournament? Is Olimpia on the outside looking in? Need to win both and hope for help? All the while, Real Estelí would let CAI within 2 points of them with no matches left to play, and CAI still having their finale against Fase. They could get jumped for first place in the group. 2 changes here. Jair Medelo and Jean Montenegro coming in. That's it for Serrano, won the penalty. About a quarter hour remaining. This will be the last subs for CAI. Trying to see this out. Medelo replaces Roberto Hernandez. That's certainly an interesting move. We brought on Davis, a center back, previously. Medelo typically plays wide, and would imagine he will here based off where he lines up left back. Just a little bit of shifting here. Davis will slip inside. And all of a sudden it's up to the kids to see this out. 4 of the 5 changes for CAI, 21 years or younger. Medina lost it. Murillo got the return. Murillo sets it back. Gila no. Cunningham arrives. Fields maintains. Cunningham through too far. Montenegro stretching his legs for the first time tonight. Hurtado. Cunningham tips that in behind. Epic ball. Service, Stewart pressing. Free kick, CAI. Final 10 minutes. CAI could really use another. Fields the target. Header is away. Real Estelí on the run. It's a foul from Fields. Cunningham's all tied up in that. He's on a yellow. Fields has escaped getting one. Everton. Huge implications in the group. Jelahu, should this scoreline hold, would be out. Fase would be out. Olympia would be alive, but just faintly. And Real Estelí would fail to clinch the top spot in Group B. One goal changes things massively. Ball slipped off the back heel of Keano and now too far. A goal for Real Estelí. They would win the group. Independiente would fail to knock out Fase, Olympia, or Jelahu ahead of tonight's game between Olympia and Fase being played in El Salvador. Aguila is helped up. Crowd wanted Aguila to go for it instead, through to Stewart, never arrived. Aguila. Stewart was way offside. Fields. Montenegro. Picked up by Talavera. Chiano. Whistle blown. It's Murillo offside. Martinez, his first international tournament. Mix of youth and experience here. Chiano. Lopez. 4 minutes to play. Estelí could still win the group regardless of result, but it would no longer be their own volition on the final match day. Big switch hit by Medina. Entering the penalty area. Back towards cavalcade of CAI players. Fields tees up a foot race. Contact into the back from Balanta. Already guilty of a penalty, not this time. Dropped into the width. Garcia serves. Never got to Medina. Murillo. Lopez. Murillo, ball wouldn't have cleared on its own. That's a foul, that's a red card. Fleeta sent off. A straight red card. The 88th minute. That is disastrous. You were already going through to the quarterfinal no matter what you did today. And now he's impaired himself right out of the first game of that knockout stage. So Fletes sent off. A matter of minutes remaining. 10 men Real Estelí looking to wrest a point out of this game, and with it the group. All the while Cunningham. That is poor clock management. Four added minutes. Keanu. Bonilla slicing back. Shot turned away from Talavera. No, Medina at Roberts. CAI must have just seen their life flash in front of their eyes. And Roberts has it. Rolled through by Medina. 2.5 minutes remaining. Well handled by Hurtado, even with the fresh legs of Garcia rushing. Picked off by Real Estelí. It is Medina by Fields. Out to Garcia. Head swiveling, the option of Lopez. Numbers pouring forward. Keanu, top of the penalty area. Talavera dispossessed. Now Cunningham will want to get this as far away as he can with 100 seconds remaining. Ball through for Viz. The offside flag raised. Real Estelí, another minute to turn the tide and win the group in the process. Everton. Header askew. Hurtado bounces off Talavera. Recovered by Medina. Garcia after it. Garcia. That's a goal kick. What a performance for CAI tonight. Unenviable field circumstances for sure. Small got it started in the 55th. Murillo a penalty in the 74th. How good was Roberts tonight? CAI maintain their place in second in Group B. Still a chance to catch Real Estelí, who advanced but failed to clinch the group tonight. All the while, Jelahu and Fase eliminated, and Olympia placed on the brink. CAI over Real Estelí in Panama City, 2-1, with their talismanic scorer Carlos Small in the 55th, Murillo from the spot in the 74th, and withstanding Everton Bezerra's 76th minute goal that left things hanging in the balance for the final 15. At full time, CAI 2, Real Estelí 1.